Hey guys, welcome back to another AQ World video. This is a beginner guide for players who have never played Adventure Quest Worlds before, or if you have played it a long time ago and you kind of want a refresher course, hopefully this video will help you guys out. We're going to be changing our character here. I really don't want my skin color to be red, so I'll just go to... Actually, I'll go with that. And I'm not really sure what to go. I guess I'll just go as mage hairstyle, change that up a little bit. Doesn't really matter. Go with that. I like that they have this little thing right here explaining small things like that. That's pretty good. There are more armor classes to choose during your adventure because you only have the 4 options to choose from. Choose your male, female, and then you get to fill in the proper information. Once you've got your account set up, you're going to need to confirm your email address. Once you sign in, you're going to be having options of what server you want to have. And of course, you've got options like EU or C, Portuguese. You've also got what they call canned chat. And that is where you can't talk at all. You can't type anything at all, but you do have options of communication, which I will show you in the game. I'm going to go to my favorite server, which is Uromi. Once you've signed in, you're going to be facing a pretty cool little cutscene where they give you the introduction to AQWorlds. And this will land you into the intro map, where you will need to play through the intro. And of course, you've got your things right down here, and this is where you can hide your chat bar and whatnot. Also, this right here is where you have the options. So you've got greetings. This is the what they call the canned chat, where you can do different things here. You've got farewells. You have questions right here. And that's actually a pretty cool idea. Still gives people a way to communicate without, any form of harassment. You've got a bunch of different emotes right here that you can use. Some are for members only, and then some are for anybody to use. If you are a returning hero, you can skip the tutorial and just get right into the action. But if you are brand new to the game, highly recommended to play through this. Every time that you kill an enemy, you will be gaining XP in your class as well as XP in your character, just like any other MMO. And then you have your different abilities that you will unlock the more and more your class is ranked up. Proceed to the next area when you are done in this section. Click the bubble to chat right there. Remember to pay attention if you see a blue arrow, because that does indicate. And then if you have little asterisks or little symbols above their head, you can communicate with them. But that's all you need to do in this section, is just communicate with the guy. So right here, click the NPC to open the quest one, and this is how the quests look right here, explaining what you need to do. So you need the Bone Berserker slain, and then you'd be getting these items right here, and that's the Bone Berserker. So then you can turn that in. Got a little chest right here. New hero achievement, get to level 10 within 24 hours. If you reach level 10 in the first 24 hours of adventuring, talk to Sora in Oaklore for your reward. So I was wondering where those items appeared. I thought they would automatically appear in my inventory, and this is kind of an oversight on my part. However, I forgot that I have it set so that in the advanced, it gets a little complicated. I won't go over that in this video, but there is a way to set your drops, so when you do get drops from quests or from the enemies and stuff, it usually pops up. There's a big prompt that pops up right here on the screen. Mine is disabled so that it doesn't do that because it annoys me. Instead, I just have it pop up here, and then I need to interact with it. So I have it popping up on the top screen. So that is where those things are. This guy's not a member, so I don't need that. I'm just going to take the Venom head. All right, well, we'll move on to the next section. So then that's explaining the skill. You can use your skill. I'm not sure who on earth I'm attacking here. Is this guy? Okay. and talk to Artix right there. Greetings, I can tell you have talent as one of the greatest. To do that, use class skills to rank up. If you can find combat inside the combat area, so we're going to go there. That's right inside of here. You've got this guy right here who can explain a little bit about stats. In AQWorlds, you use weapons and spells to defeat your enemies. You can improve your skills as your weapons and stats gain. So you've got attack power, spell power, and then DPS, which is damage per second. More stats kind of explains what each stat does. Strength buffs your attack, and intellect buffs your spell and cast speed. Endurance gives you more health. Dexterity helps your weapon hit more often and frequently, or accurately, I should say. Wisdom helps your spells hit more often and accurately. And then luck. And then it shows your stats. Click the character below to see a stats overview to see your detailed stats, which you'd click on this down here, and stats overview right there. So this indicates your core stats. You get the modifier stats right there based on what you're wearing. He's also got a quest here, battle for, and you'd be getting some different stuff here. Then you have this individual right here. This is a shop thing. Once you leave the keep, you'll find dozens of shops around, and that is not an understatement. Give them gold and they'll give you whatever you need. So then you've got the shop right here. Brutal. We can purchase that right there. We got ourselves the shop badge. And then in here, you're going to be finding the brutal. It doesn't do more than this, so I'm not going to equip it. However, I could show it, and what this does is it visually replaces it, makes it look a little better. If you don't like the look of this weapon, or if you want to go back to the default, you can just simply click on show, which will then overcome. So yeah, it comes in really, really handy having that. Let's move to the next section and continue the tutorial. So, talking to Cicero. This is the enchantment section, and for that you need to raise its stats with enhancements. Or did I say enchantments? I meant enhancements. The same goes for your standard armor, where you'd be able to rank up your different stuff. So this is the enhancements shop right here. You've got the adventures weapon enhancements. It says click now to open inventory. Click apply now, sorry. So this is for a weapon to enhance your weapon to 19 DPS. Now, one of our weapons that we already have already does that. However, you could do it for this one, for instance, because it says click on the brutal blade, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to enhance this, and now it is as powerful as our first weapon that we have. So we don't need to put that. We're just going to equip it now because it is now the same damage output as my venom. Looks better too, so I'm just going to go with the brutal blade, and that takes care of enhancements. On to the next section. I'm also going to minimize that. Now we got to talk to Elena. This is talking about your health points. There's 3 ways to heal your health points. You can click in the heart in the toolbar below or tap rest in your chat bar. The final way to heal is by using potions or other consumables. Potions and other consumables will go right here in the potions section if you have potions. We're going to go into shop for a second, and here's some health potions right here. So we're going to buy some of those health potions. Right there we go. And this is how you would rest, just by tapping on that. Get the heal thing right there. And this is also where you would be putting your health potions. So we do this, and you could go equip. Now your health potions are in the consumable slot. All right, next is here. We need to break the wall. Boom. Interaction, because you're going to have lots of different things during quests and stuff where you can interact with the environment around you. Looks like number 2 on my way is on my to-do list. Are you really sure you want to do this? Yeah, I really do. I said yes. Oh, we got to push. Oh, push again. Oh, man. One more time. That is just so bad. Oh, my goodness. Not again. It's happened before. So we're going to continue on. We have 2 more things to do in a tutorial. So tap dance into the chat box. These are the emotes you can do. There's lots of different ones as I showed earlier, and that took care of that. We'll go check in here really fast. So this is the upgrade. If you upgrade within the next 72 hours, you can get the Dragon Hero armor, helm, and sword. This armor set right here. If you were to upgrade to the member, you become a member. It's a monthly thing. You can also purchase it on a 3-month, 6-month, or even a year. So now we got to take on the big guy. Nice. That was the finest dragon slaying I've seen in years. To get off the right foot, you can grab some free enhanced weapons from my shop. You need to be level 5 though, so defeat some monsters if you need to. So at level 5, you can access it. And this one here is, you did it. You defeated the red dragon, completed tutorial. Congrats. Beyond this forest lies Sepulchre and his army, but first you need to find Twilly. So there's some of the free weapons you can get. There's one right there, Warrior's Sword, very nice looking. You've got the Rogue's Dagger, the Healer Staff. That's pretty darn cool. And look at the damage on those is higher than what mine is. And then the Mage's Wand, which is also very nice. And item is not viable until I have to reach a higher level, but I can always come back and do that. So down here, you've got a map right here. This gives access to this world right here, but you also have a story thing. And so this shows the prologue. You've got the whole saga, the Chaos Lord saga. Goes on and on quite a ways, and then it enters other stuff as well. I mean, it goes and goes. There's a lot of stuff. Then you have the world map. So clicking on any one of these, let's say if you want to go to the Sand Sea, it will take you into the map part showing where you can go first, and then you need to unlock the other sections as you play through that area. There's also little side areas as well, but you can also travel through the different locations like this as well. Before I go any further, I will explain the buttons down here as well. So you have the inventory right here, and these give you each one. You've got your weapons, you've got your armors, your helmets, your capes, your pets, your grounds, or other things like amulets and medals, medallions, that sort of stuff will appear in this one. And this one here is your miscellaneous, or it could also be quest related items in here, and then scrolls and stuff in there. So right here you have the game menu. This brings up everything that you're going to be needing for a lot of stuff, like adventures, for instance, will give you your stories that you'll be playing through. You also have a PvP thing. You then have shops, and these can be several different shops, from members only to class shops, which you could purchase things with our adventure coins. Got some pets as well. And then you have holiday events. It'll either take you to a hub of what's going on for the holiday event, as well as the newest content that they have right up on the very top. That's what is shown in there. Your settings right here gets really complicated. I'll probably have to go over that in another video, but you don't have to worry about this side stuff anyways. You can just minimize that. This is the basics, your visuals, high, medium, and low. Depending on what quality graphics you want to run, you can adjust these as you need to. This is your camera tool, which basically takes you into here, and you can take screenshots and tamper with all kinds of different stuff in there. And you've got your world camera, which you can take it for screenshots and other things like that. It comes in really handy having that thing. Advanced options is definitely something you'd want to mess around with. I do have a video actually on how I adjusted my own advanced options, which you can check that up. I could probably put a link to that in the top right if you're interested in checking that out. You've got a guild management, and this is only if you are running a guild specific thing. If you're not in a guild, or if you're not running a guild, this is not something that you would need to have, because it's just going to tell you to create or join a guild. Your friends list. So if you have or want friends for your gameplay, you can adjust things to make it easier for yourself if you find yourself lagging, things like that. For your chat, this is all your options that you have right there. And then for your account, it sends you, you've got your account management, a bunch of other different stuff there. One of the most important things that you will find is the Book of Lore, and this can give you access to the story. Then you've got quests, and this is all kinds of different quests in here. This is like a very, very big list. Now, some of them are members only, and you can tell when they are because it's going to have this little symbol right here. You've also got badges. So a lot of people go for achievement badges and stuff, and there are tons of different achievement badges that you can go for. This is your house option, and this is something that you would need to purchase. You would need to actually buy a house. So if I wanted to buy a house right here, you would need some. Okay, well, here's one right here. This is the cottage. You do have other options of what you can purchase, and you've got furniture you could purchase here, a bunch of other stuff. If you want to get to this map, it's just join /join. There's a lot of commands you can use, and one, the most common, is to join and then the name of the map, and you could just go right directly to that map. But we're going to go back to my house now that I own one. So there's my brand new player's house. And you can edit your house. So if you have your balloons, you could put them right up there. Drag them anywhere you want. You've got broken things. You can also drag this anywhere you want as well. So if you want to move this to a particular place, let's say, actually, let's say you don't want to have this in here. So you're going to want to save this room, because if you don't save it, that's not going to be there. So you want to make sure you save every time that you exit or enter a room that you are editing. Done editing, save. And there we go. So that's what the house looks like. Then you have, of course, the map. I already showed that. This right here is quests. So this can, if you're on a quest, it's going to show right here. This is your character information. You have lots of different options in here, from stats overview to your class overview, which shows what your class is capable of. And then you have reputations, and there are many reputations right now. I'm not in a faction, but there are dozens to choose from. Lots and lots. Once you start playing through it, you'll discover them as you play through. You've got, of course, your friendships. This is actually rather interesting because you can level up your friendships with these NPCs. But anyways, you can max them out, and you'll be getting actual rewards that can benefit you over time. So definitely something that's, I think, an interesting side thing. You've got your friends list right here, your guild right here, outfits. And this is for those of you that love building sets and other pieces. You can create an outfit. So let's say if I was using this, because that's all I have, and then you would create the set, give the set a name like Brutal Mage, and create. And then you could have another set, perhaps where I'm using this Venom Mage. And there we go. So now you've got these two options right here. And depending on which one you select and you can equip, it's going to be the one that you have on. So it comes in really, really handy. You need to have the items in your inventory in order for them to work. But when you first start off the game, you're going to have a total of 75 backpack spaces. So you will have to be careful with what you keep in your inventory, but you've also got a house inventory as well. Now currently you can have up to 50 of those, but using your adventure coins, you can purchase more spaces either in your inventory or in your thing. You're going to have an option right here that pops up if you just want to add one space to your backpack, let's just say, or you can purchase a whole bunch. There's a lot of items that are AC tagged. Like this, for instance, is AC tagged. This means that it can go into your bank and it's not going to take up any inventory room at all. Last but not least is your character page. And this will basically open up a new window showing you your character page, giving a little bit of details on here and what achievements you have unlocked, as well as what's currently in your inventory. I forgot to mention something else. If you're moving across a long map, you can just tap the spacebar and you can move really fast. It's going to use up your stamina when you do that, but you can do that up to 2 times and then your stamina will replenish. So if you're trying to move across a map very quickly, you will have that option to do so as long as you have the stamina available to do so. It just requires tapping the spacebar. So let's head over to Babylon, and this is where I'll be wrapping this up for the intro. This is where you are thrown into the open world with lots of other players, of course, and you'd be interacting with this guy to kind of get the rundown of some of the stuff you would be able to do. This guy right here will explain, if you go right to here, where to now, because this is where you're really thrown into the pit and there's not a whole lot of direction on where to go, and this is where a lot of people can get burned out. So if you kind of read what's going on here, you will have some options like heading to East, Green Guard, going and talking to Warlick. You've got the story map if you just want to jump right into the Chaos Saga, which is, I mean, that's really kind of what I did. And this also gives you an option right here asking, you know, what is your option? It says right here to check your book of lore and then to follow it through. So you've got your story map in the book of lore right here. Here's your story map right here. You've got this one right here, the prologue. So run through it and it will basically push you right all the way through this entire thing and then continue the story of the Chaos Lords, the 13 Chaos Lords. So this is basically where you'd be thrown in. If you guys want more info like this type of thing, then let me know in the comments below. That is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.